Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chrissy and this is Barefoot in the Garden. One thing that is really important to me on our homestead is being self-sufficient. I try to use the resources that we have here on our property for most of our homesteading needs. There are certain times where I do have to outsource from wherever, Amazon, the big box stores, wherever I can find the supplies that I need. Sometimes I do have to step out of my comfort zone and go to the stores and purchase these items. But there's other times that I can just use what we have and make do with the resources that are at our fingertips. I've been searching for worms on our land for about 2.5 years now, and I found them, but since I'm dealing with such compacted clay soil and it was raw land and hasn't been disturbed, I'm having some issues finding our own native worms. So I did have to outsource. The company that I chose to purchase from is Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. Worm farming is something that I really am passionate about getting into right now. The amount of castings that I can produce from a couple of bins of worms, it's a very cheap investment. You can get a pound of worms for about $25, $26, maybe $30 at some websites, but it's a pretty cheap investment when you think about the longevity of the project. So I purchased these beautiful red wigglers from Uncle Jim's Worm Farm, and the shipping on it said that it was supposed to be 1 to 2 days, which I thought was perfect because we are currently in the middle of a heat wave, and I just was a little nervous about making the purchase at this time of the year. But I ended up just biting the bullet. It's only it was $24.99 or something like that for a pound, but they offered a coupon code for 10% off. So I ended up spending in total, I think, $22.49. Cosmo and Salem, get over here. I ended up spending like $22.49 for 1 pound of red wiggler composting worms. I ordered them on a Thursday, and I'm mentioning this entire story because you can learn from it. You can learn from it for sure. You can learn what not to do. So I purchased the worms on a Thursday night. It said 1 to 2 days shipping. So I was under the impression that I was gonna get them on Saturday, right? 1 to 2 days, that would make it Saturday. And since I saw that they offered shipping through FedEx or UPS, I was like, okay, cool, no problem. They deliver here every evening. They'll be here by Saturday. So I started doing, research like we all do. We get the animals first and then we do the research. Well, at least that's how I am most of the time. So I figured out the bins that I wanted. I wanted the 10-gallon bins. I wanted the shallow, wide bins. I had all my supplies ready to go in the bins, the cardboard, the paper, the compost, the little bit of food scraps that you're supposed to put in there. I had everything ready to go, right? I ended up getting a confirmation email from them on Saturday saying that they have now shipped my worms. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I just have a couple extra days to prepare for them to come. So once my tracking updated, I saw that the delivery date was Tuesday, and Tuesday's temperatures were gonna be like 105, I think. So I started panicking because I'm like, why would they send my worms on a weekend and knowing the temperatures that we're having, and then have the delivery date for Tuesday, which is 3 days in transit? So I'm like, all right, trying to have, the most positive mind frame, but I'm like, damn, them worms, I was feeling bad. Like, why did I purchase the worms in the middle of a heat wave? I wasn't thinking. And that's like an impulse thing, when we want to add things to our homestead, we just go for it. And yeah, I could have planned that out better, like maybe purchase on a Monday. So that's why I'm telling you guys, like, if right now, if you're looking to purchase worms or baby chickens or anything living, and they're going to be shipped to you, kind of plan it out, you know, plan out a good day of the week, figure out who the company is shipping through, what times your drivers come, so you can make sure to either be there or have somebody that can bring them inside. Because when the UPS or the FedEx dude or woman dropped off the package, she left it on my gate. Like, you see the ledge right there? She left it like up on a ledge in the sun. So when I pulled up, I saw the FedEx box and I was like, they're dead. How can a worm or anything living survive in a box with only 6 holes in the box? Oh, I have the box. I have the box right here. So this is the box that was on the ledge, right? Just like this, small box, okay? With 3 holes here, okay? What the fuck? And 3 holes here. Now, I'm ranting, but I'm gonna give them one, because when I got the bag out of the box, right? I just pulled it right out of the box, and there's a little paper in here. And look, I think there's a dead worm in here too. Yes, there is. So he was trying to escape. It's like, get me the fuck out of this box. That is so sad. Look, we're gonna give him back to nature, okay? So, okay. Let me finish filming. I'm trying to film a video, baby. I need quiet time right now for 5 minutes. Okay, she's done. She's done now. So I pulled them out of the box, right? And I was like, it doesn't even feel alive. Like, it doesn't feel alive. My intuition was telling me, honey, try again. So I put my hand in. I saw no life. It's just peat moss, and you can see the remains of the worms. And if you are really sensitive to, you know, stuff like this, I'm gonna show one right now. So I know there's people who are very sensitive about any kind of animal, so no disrespect to you. I just want to show my other viewers what they could potentially be getting, you know, what to look for, you know, in the bag. It's so sad. So, all right, I'm like, okay, let me call them. So thankfully they have their contact information on the bag. So I just called this number here, and a woman answered the phone. Like, it rang 3 times and a woman answered the phone. So she was like, hi, welcome, or hi, thank you for calling Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. This is Denise. How may I help you? Shout out to Denise at Uncle Jim's Worm Farm. Very helpful, very cordial, very customer service savvy. I gave her a compliment, like, on their customer service, because how many times do you call a 1-800 number? This is a 1-800 number. You call a 1-800 number and you get a robot, and then you have to wait patiently for a representative. And then, you know, sometimes the customer service sucks and you end up having a bad experience. So I had a great experience. The ordering was really easy on the website. They offer discount codes that you can just Google and find, and they work at checkout. That's a plus. And then the experience with the customer service representative was really good. So I explained to her what happened. She was very apologetic. She did mention that the weather has been an issue. The day of the week that I picked to order the worms was an issue, and she asked me, would I like a refund or would I like a replacement? So of course I said, honey, I want a replacement. I need to start this worm farm. So she's like, okay, awesome. So she, verified if all my shipping was right, and she apologized for any inconvenience that it may have caused us. Cosmo! And she said, look out for an email with the tracking, and it should be to you within 2 days. Super easy, super easy. So I'm telling y'all all of this because I'm just sharing my experience with you guys. If you are looking to start your worm farm soon, I recommend the company. I recommend that you purchase on a Monday, and I recommend that you are there when your worms arrive, because we are in a serious heat wave. And if you're purchasing baby chickens, leaving them at the post office for you to pick them up at a certain time, those post offices are hot, okay? And the trucks that they come in on are hot. And we care for our animals, even if it's just a worm. Like, I was devastated because that's life. Do you know how much beneficial things come with worms? Like, worms are amazing. And I was just, and sometimes the companies that ship the product, like UPS, FedEx, whatever, they have negligent employees too. And they don't always pay attention to like what this is. They could think that this is like a plant, or somebody wouldn't even know. Some people might be like, damn, this is a raggedy box, and they just throw this box to the back of the truck. So what Denise recommended was that she was gonna put live animal, or like, something that clearly says that you need to keep this out of the sun and deliver it in a shady spot. So that's a good thing to know too, is like, if you can get a hold of the customer service people and let them know, like with the shipping, like, can you make sure that your delivery people know to put it in the shade? I don't even know if that's possible. I'm just talking shit at this point. But I just wanted to share this experience with you guys. My first pound of red wigglers was delivered not living. And I'm just waiting for my new guys to come in. When they do make it in, I do want to do like a setup video with you guys of me setting up the bins and just talking about how the system is going to work and what the benefits are of worm farming, because there's so many. And drop down in the comment section below if you want me to do any extra videos on worm farming. If you're looking to start yours, if you've already started yours, share some of your journey with me in the comment section. I love to hear what you guys are doing on your homesteads. So until next time, y'all, keep loving life, keep growing your own food, and grand rising to all.